YuGiOh is a unique TCG.
Not only in gameplay mechanics, but in the fact it doesn't rotate out its card pool.
Because of this, certain cards that were deemed unplayable or overlooked at first have a chance to appear depending on new strategies and the modern meta.
On one hand, these cards just boost a deck's potential, but on the other, they can cheese out an easy win over the other player.
But what if YuGiOh had a restart?
Could this game be revised with the benefit of hindsight? If so, what would that game look like?
These are the questions we wish to answer. I'm Dakota.
And I'm Cody. Join us as we create custom packs based on the originals, but change certain rarities of cards as well as eliminating other cards to make sure their toxic behavior never sees a game mat.
Welcome to the YuGiOh Revision Series. Alright, so for today's episode, we are opening up the first pack in the Pendulum Era Duelist Alliance. As always, we like to highlight a couple of the cards. The first card I wanted to highlight is El Shaddoll Construct in the Secret Rares. This card requires one Shaddoll monster and one light monster, must be fusion summoned first. If this card is special summoned, you can send one Shaddoll monster from your deck, or Shaddoll card from your deck to the graveyard. At the start of the damage step, if this card battles a special summon monster, destroy that monster. If this card is sent to the graveyard, target one Shaddoll spell or trap in your graveyard, add it to your hand.
Going into my first card then, I've got a super rare with Breaker, the Dark Magical Warrior. He's a level 6. If this card is normal summoned, place 2 spell counters on this card. However, if it's Pendulum summoned, place 3 spell counters on it. It gains 400 attack for each spell counter on it, and you can remove 1 spell counter from this card, target 1 spell or trap on the field, destroy it.
For my next card, it is a ultra rare. It is Dante, Traveler of the Burning Abyss. This is a rank 3 requiring 2 level 3s. Once per turn, you can detach 1 material from this card and choose a number up from 1 to 3. Send that many cards from the top of your deck to your graveyard until the end phase of this turn. This card gains 500 attack for each card sent to the graveyard this way. If this card attacks, it is changed to defense position at the end of the battle phase. If this card is sent to the graveyard, you can target 1 Burning Abyss in your graveyard, accept this card, add it to your hand. And that is cost, by the way, the detach and then mill 3. So this card is like absolutely terrible to hit with like a Fiendish or a Veiler. You might as well just let them have it.
All right, let's go into my next card. It's another super rare. This time we have the Counter Trap Face Off. And have you seen the movie?
I have, yeah. It's fun.
Yes, very fun. This trap card, maybe not so fun for the opponent. When a spell or trap card or monster effect is activated during the damage step, negate the activation if you destroy it.
The last card I wanted to highlight is a common card. It is White Prince. If this card is sent to the graveyard, you can send 1 Skull Servant and 1 Lady in White from your hand or deck to the graveyard. You can banish 2 Skull Servant monsters or 2 Skull Servants from and this card from your graveyard. Special summon 1 King of the Skull Servants from your deck. This card's name becomes Skull Servant while in the graveyard.
So, saving the best card for last, we have the only Pendulum worth a damn in this pack. Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon at Secret Rare. It's a rank, or no, sorry, that rank. It's a scale of 4. Its spell effect is you can reduce the battle damage you take from an attack involving a Pendulum monster you control to 0. During your end phase, you can destroy this card, and if you do, add 1 Pendulum monster with 1500 or less attack from your deck to your hand. You can only use each Pendulum effect of Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon once per turn. However, if it's a monster, its effect is, if this card battles an opponent's monster, any battle damage this card inflicts to your opponent is doubled.
Those are the cards that we wanted to highlight. The rest of this pack has pretty much the bulk of the Shaddoll core that we want. Obviously, the archetype is going to get more as we go along. But as a starter for a new archetype, it's pretty damn good. Also, new introductions, we have the Yang Zing. It's a archetype that is infamous for missing timing, but pretty much if they get...
Sounds like my kind of party.
Yeah, they pretty much get a lot of effects from them being destroyed, whether they're in your field being destroyed, or if you had one in the grave and you had one on the field being destroyed. Pretty much using them to keep some constant board presence and hopefully going into their boss monster in Baxia. Baxia being what a hell of a card. It's a soft once per turn. It can bounce multiple cards onto the field back into the deck. It's also a reborn. And I think the only new archetype that we have, oh no, there's a couple more. We have the Satellars, a rank 4 strategy with light warriors. I think some of them are Beast Warriors too. I could be wrong, but we have the introduction of the Burning Abyss. We went over the boss monster in Dante, but the main deck monsters just have effects to where they can special summon themselves. However, they do have the downside that if you have a non-Burning Abyss on the field, they just kill themselves, which you can actually sometimes build your deck to gain advantage off of that because they all just have effects when they're sent to the graveyard to give you additional stuff. We have the introduction of the UAs, a bunch of jocks swarming the field. Overall, Cody, your thoughts on this pack?
Yeah, I'm actually excited for some of the stuff in this pack. Noir artifact support, like you said, the introduction of the Yang Zings. The former pals, I could probably do without. Pendulums, oh boy, this is going to be interesting if we ever try to build a deck around those.
Right.
I'm honestly most interested in the Shaddols because, like I told you before, I might have been off camera, I've never actually got to play any version of the Shaddol deck. So this, whenever I decide to play it, it's going to be a new experience for me, and I'm excited for that. Start of something new.
A nice High School Musical reference.
Yeah.
I agree. I am also very excited about this pack. I feel like there's just like these random one-of cards in here too that you could see splash in a couple of different variations on decks. That's it for the pack discussion, I suppose. Are you ready for the game?
Sure thing, pal.
All right, let's do it.
Guys, it is a new era. We are back for Pendulums, but we're not playing that today. We're playing something that I expressed some interest in at the beginning of the episode, but it's a hodgepodge of different strategies. Main focus though, Shaddol. And to back Shaddol up, I've got some Light Sworns, and just in case they aren't enough, I have some Monarchs for a little spice in there. So to start us off, I have one BLS Envoy of the beginning because, you know, lots of lights and darks, why wouldn't you? 2 copies of Delg, the Dark Monarch. If he's summoned, I can target up to 2 cards, the opponent's graveyard, banish them, and then set the same number of cards from the top of their deck to the graveyard. Going into my Light Sworns, I have one Felis, the Archer. It's a tuner, which level 4 is nice. Cannot be normal summoned or set, must be special summoned by card effect. If it's sent from the deck to the graveyard by a monster effect, it gets special summoned. And then I can tribute this card, target a monster the opponent controls, destroy that target, then send 3 cards from my deck to the graveyard. 3 Lila for back row removal, and it'll have to make me mill 3 at the end of my turn. Moving into the Shaddols now, we have 3 Shaddol Beast. All the Shaddols are flip monsters, in case any of you are like you or any of you are like me and didn't know this. They're all flips. With this guy, you can draw 2 cards, discard 1, and then if you're sent to the graveyard by card effect, you can draw a card. A 2 Shaddol Dragon, on flip, you can target a card the opponent controls, return it to the hand, and if it's sent to the graveyard by card effect, target a spell trap on the field, destroy it. 3 Falco, he is also a tuner, but he's a lower level, which is nice for one of my synchros down there. On a flip, you can target a Shaddol monster to the graveyard, except Falco, special summon it, face down defense. If it's sent to the graveyard by card effect, special summon this card and face down defense. Hedgehog, on flip, add a Shaddol spell or trap from deck to hand. If it's sent to the graveyard by card effect, add a Shaddol monster from deck to hand, except Hedgehog. And Squamata, finally. On a flip, target a monster on the field, destroy it. If it's sent to the graveyard by card effect, you can send a Shaddol card from deck to graveyard, except Squamata. Then we have 3 copies of Shaddol Fusion, an absolutely pivotal piece here for the strategy. It lets me fusion summon any of my Shaddol Fusion monsters from the extra deck with the Shaddol monster I have and the correct attribute, depending on which one I want to go into. But if the opponent has an extra deck monster that was special summoned on their side of the field, I can pull from my deck, not just my hand and field. Lord Darkness to see some consistency draw since I'm running a lot of darks. This shouldn't really be a problem. Dark Hole and Heavy Storm for removal. Monster Reborn, MST for some more removal. Monarch Stormforth, so if Dakota has some troublesome cards on the field, I can use this to tribute his monster instead of mine. Breakthrough Skill is essentially a Fiendish Chain, but worse. Lust Tornado, Fiendish Chain, Shaddol Core. So with this continuous trap card, it special summons itself as an effect monster. If summoned this way, you can substitute this monster for 1 fusion material that lists an attribute on a Shaddol Fusion monster card. And if this card is sent to the graveyard by card effect, target a Shaddol spell trap in the graveyard, except core, add it to your hand. And the last piece of the Shaddol puzzle is Sinister Shadow Games, 3 copies. Send a Shaddol card from deck to graveyard, then change any face down defense position Shaddol monsters you control to face up defense, so you can activate their flip effects. And around the main deck, we've got Solemn Judgment and Warning. Going into the side deck, I leaned really heavy into Monarchs for some reason in the side deck. I've got 2 Mobius to pop back row. I've got Thessalos to rip a monster from hand, hopefully, and get a little burn damage. March of the Monarchs makes it so that my tribute summon monsters cannot be destroyed by card effects, and neither player can target them with card effects. Return of the Monarchs is another continuous spell. I cannot special summon from the extra deck, and when I tribute summon a monster, I can activate one of these effects. Either add from deck to hand a monster 2400 attack and 1000 defense with a different name from the tribute summon monster, or add from your deck to your hand a monster 2800 attack and 1000 defense with a different name. And then the tribute summon monster must be face up on the field to activate resolve this effect. The final Monarch card I have here is 2 copies of Escalation of the Monarchs, continuous trap card. Once per turn during your opponent's main phase or opponent's battle phase, you can immediately after this effect resolves tribute summon 1 monster. Brain Control to steal a monster, Instant Fusion to get a little cheeky, and Super Poly to get even cheekier. Going to the extra deck now, I've got 3 copies of Construct and 3 copies of Window. We went over Construct, I believe, at the top, so I'll go over Window quick. It cannot be destroyed by opponent's card effects, and each player can only special summon once while this card is face up on the field per turn. And if it's sent to the graveyard, I can target a Shaddoll spell trap in their graveyard, add it to hand. Flame Ghost and Thousand Eyes return for instant fusion targets. Arcanite Magician has returned. Armades, I don't believe I've used him before. He's a generic synchro. If this card attacks or is attacked, your opponent cannot activate cards or effects until the end of the damage step. Castell, which I do believe Dakota went over the top. Evil Swarm Exciton Knight returns. Zector Exabeetle returns. Silent Honor Arc returns. And Leviathan Dragon returns. So that's it. This is my first time ever running Shaddoll. It might not be built the best, especially with the Monarchs thrown in there, but I did kind of want a side strategy that kind of has cohesion at first, but if it's not really working, or if we do run into a mirror match, I can actually side out and go more heavy into Monarchs. But I'm excited to get out there and try this deck out, so let's see what we do.
All right, guys, what exciting times. We have a new pack, it's a new era, and I get to tap into one of my other favorite decks throughout the game's history, pretty much, Shaddolls. So this deck list and some of its ratios were inspired from a deck list that I saw being played at the time. For the cards, we have 3 of Shaddoll Beast. On flip, draw 2 cards, discard 1. When sent to the grave by a card effect, I get to draw a card. Squamata gets to pop a card on flip or send another Shaddoll when it's sent to the graveyard by a card effect. Dragon gets to bounce a card on the field if it's flipped, and then destroys a spell or trap when sent to the graveyard. Only 1 Hedgehog. On flip, I get to add a spell or trap Shaddoll card, and then when it's sent to the graveyard by card effect, I get to add a Shaddoll monster from deck to hand, and only 1 Falco. When this card is flipped, I get to target a Shaddoll in the graveyard and special summon it, and then if it's sent to the graveyard, I get to just revive itself. Because the Shaddolls are inherently pretty slow, I wanted to do something to boost up the speed, and Lightsworns just seemed like a pretty good fit. Unfortunately, we don't have access to the structure deck, so we don't have Raiden, so Jane is just the only good one that I could find. Next, we have Lila. This is actually a card that I did want to play with the Lightsworn names because this is spell and trap removal. 1 Chaos Sorcerer because we are playing all lights and darks. We are also playing the Black Dragon and White Dragon combination. Pretty much these cards cannot be normal summon or set, but they can special summon themselves by banishing a attribute opposite of themselves. So dark, I have to banish a light. Light, I have to banish a dark. And then if they're sent from the field to the graveyard, they get to add the other one from deck to hand. And then we're also still playing the artifact cards because Mortec is a light, and I think the artifact cards are still just pretty strong. So we're playing 3 of that and 3 of the Sanctum. For the spells, we're playing Shaddoll Fusion. This card is just absolutely crazy. Finally, fusions are playable. We're playing 3 copies of Pot of Duality. You might think that this is probably incorrect because you could potentially special summon a lot. But I did see from test hands that there are certain turns where you're just not really doing anything. So being able to just dig a little deeper and add the card that you do want is still pretty nice, and you can still just pop off the next turn. 1 Monster Reborn and 1 Instant Fusion. We have the 3 Artifact Sanctum, only 2 copies of the Sinister Shadow Games. I get to send a Shaddoll from deck to grave and then flip any of my Shaddolls face up. Next, we're playing 2 of the Judgment and 1 Warning, 1 Fiendish Chain, and a new card, Time Space Trap Hole. When your opponent special summons a monster from the hand or extra deck, shuffle that monster into the deck and then lose 1,000 life points for each card returned. For the side deck, we're playing 3 Cyber Dragon for going second. It's also a light, so it still fits pretty well with the deck. 3 Ignition to destroy spells and traps. Night Beam for the same thing. Snatch Steal, Heavy Storm, Smashing Ground. The other 2 copies of Fiendish Chain. Not a new card, but a card that we haven't seen yet is Trap Tricks, Trap Hole, Nightmare. So 2 copies of this. When a monster that was special summoned this turn activates its effect, negate that effect and then destroy that card. And then we're also just playing the 1 Bottomless just for, like, most of these cards are just for going first. For the extra deck, we have the same old instant fusion targets, except I did flip out my 5 for a Panzer Dragon because this card actually serves a couple different purposes. 1, it's a 5, so I can go into my ranks. But I could honestly just let this get summoned off of the instant fusion and then just let it die, because if it's destroyed and sent to the graveyard, I get to target a card on the field and destroy it. Next for the Shaddolls, we have 2 copies of Winda and 2 Construct. This is all that I pulled. For the XEs, we have Cowboy, we have Castell, we have Silent Honor Arc, we have Ragna Zero, Downard, and then for the 5s, we have Adrius to pop a card, Tyrus because it's kind of like a towers sort of, and we did get 1 artifact Durandal. So this card requires 2 level 5s. Once per turn, quick effect, you can activate one of these effects. When a monster effect is activated on the field, or when a normal spell or trap is activated, detach a material from this card. The activated effect becomes destroy 1 spell or trap card your opponent controls. For the other effect, you can detach 1 material from this card. Each player with a hand shuffles their entire hand into the deck, then draws the same number of cards they shuffled into the deck. So that a second effect probably isn't that great unless I know that he searched something that is probably what he wants in his hand currently. I can just put it back, but mostly the destroy a spell or trap is good, because if I already have the Morotech on the field, I can make him pop it, revive itself, and then pop one of his cards. So that's the deck. I'm excited to see what Cody has brought to the table. I'm expecting that the power creep is just increasing significantly for where we're at in the game right now, and I think the games are going to reflect that as well. So with that out of the way, let's just get right into the game. So yeah, here we are, Duelist Alliance, game 1, buddy. So we both
hiccups already, but we're here.
Yeah, seems like we're both pretty eager about this. I would imagine that we both have something brand new to the table.
And we're gonna see if this changes after the episode.
Well, buddy, I'm gonna roll the die, see what I land on.
Ooh.
Oh, looks like re-roll. Re-roll.
Reroll.
Let's go.
Damn it. I didn't get a 5 either time though, so the die's lucky.
I got a 6 on that last one. I'm gonna go first. What a time to be playing now, buddy. Just look at this. We have 40 cards in the main deck, a fully loaded extra deck. Let's go ahead and I will set a card. I will set a card. And I will set a card.
Jeez.
And I will pass the turn.
Stand by to main.
All good.
I'm gonna start with 2 sets of my own.
Ooh, okay.
I guess I'll just do set myself. I like your turn so much, I'll do it myself.
All right.
And I'll proceed to the end phase.
In the end phase, let's activate Sinister Shadow Games.
Okay, you're playing this, huh?
Yep.
Okay.
All right, so I get to send a Shaddol card from my deck to the grave, and then I get to change any face down defense Shaddolls to face up. I think the one I'm going to send
is
Beast.
Beast. So when this card is sent, you can draw 1 card.
All right, and then this gets
and then
flipped.
you can add a spell or trap.
So I'll do.
We get to. Do you add first, then draw? Is that how that works?
I get to make my chains. So I'll do Chainlink 1 Beast, Chainlink 2 Hedgehog. So with the Hedgehog, I will go ahead and I will add my Shaddol Fusion, and then the Beast I get to draw a card. All right, I will draw. Go standby to the main phase. Let's get in there with a normal summon of Lila.
All right, fair enough, I suppose.
All right, I will declare the effect. I will target this back row.
I'll chain it.
What you got?
That's Tornado.
Ooh, okay. That was my artifact Morotech. Let's banish the Morotech and special the Collapse Serpent. Let's go ahead and we're going to overlay.
Are we gonna have enough time for all this?
I'm gonna overlay into Castell. Battle. Oops, not attack directly. Attack your monster.
Yeah, that'll be Shaddol Hedgehog.
Oh, okay.
I can add a Shaddol spell or trap from deck to hand. Don't crash on me now, Dueling Book. I think I'll also add Shaddol Fusion.
Main phase 2. I think I'm just gonna have to pass on that.
Let's get right into this. I'm going to go standby to main, if that is fine with you. Oh god, Dueling Book.
Yeah. This is terrible.
Yeah.
It's really putting a damper on our big new experience here.
Fucking pendulums, man.
I know.
God damn. When is this era over? Can we just revise this whole era out of the game?
Can we just open up all the packs in one go?
God damn it, I lost connection again.
Just do it in one episode.
I'm going to activate Shaddol Fusion.
Yeah, that's fine.
Shaddol Hedgehog from Oops, didn't want to add it. From deck to graveyard. I'll send Delg the Dark Monarch.
Okay.
That means I'm getting Winda.
Okay.
And then I'll get the effect from the Hedgehog since it was sent to the graveyard by card effect.
Yeah.
Add a Shaddoll monster from deck to hand, except Hedgehog. I'll pull a dragon. I will set one monster and proceed to the battle phase.
Sure.
Swing over for 200.
I will take 2.
And I have no main 2, so that will do it.
I will draw. Stand by to main. Shaddoll Fusion. Let's send a dragon. Jane. We are going to make Construct. I will do Construct, Chainlink 1, Dragon, Chainlink 2, target the back row.
I will chain to that. You just chain on Construct.
Okay, that's not going to do anything, but okay. And then Shaddoll Construct will resolve, and I will send Squamata, and then I'll activate Squamata to send another Beast. Activate Beast to draw.
Okay.
That's probably Dragon that you have set. Switch the Hedgehog to attack, and we're gonna go battle. I will attack the Winda.
Okay, I will trigger the window then. I'll have to add back the Shaddoll Fusion.
And then you'll take 6. And then I will attack the set.
That will be Hyla.
Oh, it wasn't. Okay. We'll go main phase 2. I'm going to set a card. Set a card. Yeah, I'll just pass there.
Stand by to main.
All good.
Okay, so I'm going to activate the Shaddoll Fusion.
That is fine.
Dragon from deck. I'll send Felis, Lightsworn Archer, to the light.
Sure.
I'll go into Construct, Chainlink 1 Construct, Chainlink 2 Dragon.
I'll do Chainlink 3, Time Space Trap Hole.
Your opponent special summons a monster from the hand or extra deck shuffle monster to the deck. Lose 1,000 each returned. Wow.
It's pretty good, right?
Wow.
Get that crap out of here.
Shuffle back to the extra deck. Okay. Okay. I see what you're doing here. Well, then I'm going to set one card.
Oh, you're not gonna do your send?
All right. I'll just send Beast, I suppose, to draw a card. Beast, draw a card.
Sure.
Okay. I will set a monster. That will not change.
Okay.
I will set a card,
Okay.
and I'm basically forced to pass there.
All right. I will draw. We'll go standby to the main phase. I'm just gonna go to the battle phase, and I will swing with the Construct.
I'm going to activate Sinister Shadow Games
That is
on
fine.
attack deck.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll send Falco, which will trigger Falco.
You gotta flip your card then.
That's okay. It's oops. I gotta. It's dragon. God damn it.
Okay.
Flip. There we go. It's dragon.
All right. So what are going to be your chains?
Chainlink 1 Falco. Chainlink 2 dragon. We'll target Construct.
Sure. To the extra deck.
And then and then I will set Falco face down.
Afterwards, now that that's all finally done, let's just kill the dragon.
Okay.
I'll go main phase 2, flip summon my own Falco and activate its effect.
Ooh. Look at that.
We're going to get the beast. I think I will set a card. I will set a card. Pass the turn there.
Stand by to main.
All good.
Let's do a normal summon of Lila, declare effect.
This is a big think. That will be fine. It was Sanctum. I will then trigger the Sanctum. I'll target the set. That's kind of like my conundrum there. Is like, do I special and still get value out of the card that way, or do I just let it get popped and this way I get to...
He's gonna come back anyway though.
That's true, but now you can't flip it.
Card effect. Yeah. So if nothing else to chain to that, I'll just reset him, I guess.
Sure.
Okay. Now I guess we're gonna go for it again. Shaddoll Fusion. Let's send Beast, Lila from field, or Construct. Chainlink 1 Doll or Construct. Chainlink 2 Beast. Draw, and then send another Falco, I suppose.
Okay.
I'll trigger Falco.
You already used his effect this turn.
Oh, is it once per turn?
It is.
Oh, it is. Okay, never mind.
Do you want to send something else?
Nah, it's fine. Fuck it.
All right.
Activated Lord of Darkness.
Sure.
Okay, well, I'm essentially forced to banish Delg then.
So I'm guessing it's spells and traps in your hand.
Maybe.
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 That would be awesome if you just whiffed.
I'll go battle.
Sure.
I'll swing over Falco for 22.
22.
I'll go main 2. I will set 1 card.
Okay.
We're a little slow, but we're doing it.
We're getting there.
And I will proceed to the end phase.
All right. I will draw for turn. Go standby to main. Let's normal summon Lila.
On the off chance you don't, I'll solemn that summon.
Wow. Okay. I'm not sure if it's actually going to pay off or not, but we will see.
I'm probably going to get burned on that.
Let's start with a flip summon of Shadow Beast and activate its effect.
Yeah.
I will draw 1. I will draw 2. Time for a discard. I think I have to send the Squamata. I will not activate that effect. Let's flip summon Dragon, and I'm going to use its effect to bounce your set.
Back to hand.
I'm gonna banish a light and a dark.
Jesus Christ.
I'm gonna banish Construct. And I'm gonna go battle for 8.
I knew I was gonna get burned on that Lila.
19 and 22. And just in case you did pull Shadow Fusion, I will not go into my extra. I will just simply pass. What? Admit defeat?
That's it.
Oh, it didn't even say admit defeat on my screen.
Oh. Yep, that's game 1.
All right, let's go.
All right. Game 2.
Game 2.
Game 2.
That was exciting, man. What a good start to this pack already.
Yep. Let's see what we got here. I'm gonna go first.
Okay.
Stand by to main.
All good.
I'm gonna start with a set and a set. I will pass.
All right. I will
Very
draw.
humble first turn.
Yeah, not too bad. Let's just normal summon Jane. Jane, she's here.
Jane, she's here. Come on.
Battle. I want you to do it.
Yeah, that would be Squamata.
Oh, so you're gonna pop it?
Yep.
All right. And I will just set a card and pass it over.
Stand by to main.
All good.
I'm straight chilling.
I figured something like this might happen where it's like the first person to go into the extra deck may lose.
Am I holding back? Am I stalling? Can I even go into the extra deck right now? Tune in next week to find out.
Well, clearly you don't have something that you want to set or summon, apparently.
On the next episode of Dragon Ball Pay.
I will just do a humble set and pass.
Stand by to main.
All good.
I'm going to start with an activation of the Monarch Stormforth.
Wow. Okay.
I am going to tribute your monster to summon Delg.
Okay.
And then I will target 2 cards in the graveyard. I'll banish both your graveyard cards.
Sure.
And then you will have to mill 2 as well.
That's kind of dangerous there, bud.
It is. But I'm okay with this so far.
Yeah.
Well, let's keep the danger rolling. Let's go battle.
Sure.
I'll swing for 24.
I'll take 24.
Main phase 2.
Sure.
We'll set another card.
Okay.
Pass.
I will draw. Stand by to main. Let's go for Monster Reborn targeting Lila.
I kind of like Lila in the graveyard.
Okay.
Man, I'm getting used to warning this game.
Yeah. I'm going to banish the Lila and summon Collapse Serpent.
You had an answer, did you?
Sort of. I mean, it's just a guy. I think from that position, I will just simply pass the turn.
Stand by to main.
All good.
I'll go battle.
Sure.
I'll swing again.
All right, he's dead.
Main 2.
Okay.
I'll set a card. I will pass.
I will draw. Stand by to main. Let's normal summon Jane.
Jane here, come on.
Nothing on the summon then.
Nope, something's good.
All right. Banish and special. It might honestly just be better to like sit on this. I'll just proceed to the end phase and trigger Jane.
Okay. Mill 2.
1, 2.
Oh, all right.
And yeah, that's it.
Man, where are your Shadow cards at?
I know, right?
Probably the same place mine are.
The bottom.
The bottom, come on.
The bottom of the barrel.
Stand by to main.
All good.
I'm gonna go battle.
Sure.
And I think I gotta get rid of your Jane, just so you don't mill into a Shadal.
I'll take 6.
I'll go main 2.
Sure.
Let's add to the lunch.
Okay.
Set 1 and pass.
I will draw. Stand by to main.
I can't believe I'm sitting on a Delg right now.
I know. He's delging me.
He's just standing there.
Menacingly. Let's activate instant fusion.
Solemn.
Sure.
Man, I'm just taking mountain life points here.
I was
You
gonna
don't gotta
say
do shit.
I'm winning the duel somehow.
You don't gotta do shit.
I think I'm just gonna have to pass.
Stand by to main.
Oh, good.
Well, I for one am very curious what your back row is, so I intend to find out.
Oh shit. Okay.
Activate effect.
Sure. It was Moral Tech. I'm gonna use the effect in the graveyard.
Controls. Oh my god.
I finally out the Delg.
Oh my god.
Let's go. Moral Tech.
I'm gonna activate Dark Hole.
Wow. Okay. Sure. Trigger the Wyvern Burster.
Yeah.
There he is. I'll get the Collapse Serpent.
I feel like I need to go out on a limb here. It's dumb, but I think I have to. Activate Allure.
Wow. Okay.
I'm banking on a prayer, man.
Spell.
There was a monster, but it wasn't dark.
Oh, yes.
I pulled one of the non-darks.
Why are you playing Monarchs? What the hell is this?
Why not?
They have nothing to do with Shadals.
Shut up. Yeah, it's my turn.
All right, I will draw. Stand by to main.
The good thing is now I have those cards out of the way, so if I can survive this turn,
Oh yeah, then you
Probably
have
not
this.
it's probably not gonna happen. We'll see.
I'm gonna banish a light.
Yep.
Special Collapse Serpent.
Yep.
Battle.
Yep.
18.
Do or die.
I'm gonna pass.
Been a good game to Dakota, but it's die time.
Wow, no monster.
There was, I just couldn't use it.
Oh damn, let's go.
Honestly, I would have been screwed anyway, even if I didn't do the Allure.
Yeah, it just seems like a weird concoction here with like Shadals and Monarchs.
Yeah, I went heavy into the Monarchs on game 2. I only had Delg and Monarch Stormforth in my deck on game 1.
Which I'm surprised then you would
I
go
went full Monarch game 2.
Well, so like I'm surprised that you would even want to go first then, because like these are all cards that are good going second.
I wanted to play Monarchs, plus it was a nice backup, I think, to get around some stuff, because like, you know, Thestalos can rip a card, Mobius can pop back row. Delg would have been a better option, like I said, if you weren't playing a mirror match at all, because milling Shadal would help you. But yeah, I wanted to spice it up a little bit. I didn't play artifacts like you did. That's basically where we differed, because I did play Shadal with a little Lightsworn too.
But all right, buddy. So your first time playing Shadals, what did you think?
I like it. I think it's definitely going to take a little bit more thought and skill to run the deck, but it has a lot of potential just from the first set alone.
Yeah.
Obviously, because it's stuck around for a fucking long time.
Yeah.
But I guess bring on Alistair now.
Yeah. Normal summon Alistair.
Yeah, I can't wait for that.
I think there's like some pretty important stuff that we're missing from the structure deck, but we are still getting from the packs the Fire Fusion and the Earth Fusion, and I do believe we're also still getting the Quick Play Fusion spell. All right, buddy, here we are. We are at the brand new wheel, the Pend wheel. I'll go ahead and let you finish your yawn there.
Don't let my yawn, don't let it overshadow my excitement.
So this is the brand new pendulum wheel, because pendulums are busted when they came out, or at least not yet, but they will be. We decided to, you know what, let's just power creep our previous wheel. So before we had the options to either pick anything from the pack depending on the rarity, or crafting a certain card. Now everything is going to be craftable, but it is still separated by rarities. So if I land on common, I can craft any card from any pack previously opened, as long as it's a common. The same thing for the supers, the ultras, and then we have one extra special category in wild, where you get to craft anything you want, regardless of the rarity. With that being said, I guess we'll go ahead and spin the wheel for you, bud.
All right, do it.
Ultra rare.
Craft any ultra rare.
Correct.
Okay.
That's pretty good.
Okay.
I'm sure there's lots of ultras in there. I'll go ahead, take my first spin, see what I get. A secret. Not too bad. Next. spin, and super. That's also not too bad.
You got the 2 S's.
I did get the 2 S's. Stormtrooper.
Just don't put it. Okay, you weren't thinking what I was thinking. Kind of. They're kind of related.
Yeah, they're kind of.
The name comes from that.
I know what you're thinking.
Yeah, I was gonna say don't put them together. Then we got something entirely different. Something not okay. Yeah, snake. That's what we're thinking of.
Snake. I'm a snake.
I'm a snake.
I just want playing shit all.
Yeah, I like playing shit all on revision.
Cody likes playing shit.
I like playing with my shell.
All right, guys, that's going to bring it into this episode. Thanks again for watching. This was a very fun game. There was surprisingly a lot of back and forth just with the Shadal cards alone, and it makes me very excited for the future of this series.
Yep, until some dumbass brought in Monarchs.
Yeah, then you brought in some shit.
I brought in some shit. You were bricking like shit. It was a fun game, too.
So if you guys liked the episode, hit the like button. It helps us out a lot. Also leave a comment. We want to see your guys' feedback. Also, if you're not already subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. It's not an official.
Why the hell not?
Yeah, it's not an official challenge or anything, but we are having a personal goal for ourselves to get to 200 subscribers now. All right, guys, thanks again for watching. We'll see you for the next one. Bye.
Bye. Maybe for a reward, I don't know. We could review the next movie. Maybe we could leave it up to them, see what they want to do. Maybe do a poll or something.
Yeah.
What kind of reward would they like to see? You're never gonna know until we get there.
I think Antonio would like for you to show more chest. Whoa. Wait for the 200.
Yo, man, he got a PhD. He earned that shit.